Italian for bath is bagno, my dear. Bagno. Let me attend to it. Io, Boglio, on bagno, caldo. Are you certain that she understands Italian?
Try again, Milosh.
Io, Voglio, on bagno, caldo. Bagno. Bath. Bagno.
Il signore vorrebbe un bagno caldo?
Precisely. I think.
Bagno! Non è. Santa Maria.
Do you think this Arnott is someone I should look up?
Oh, no, I didn't mean that. I don't know anything about him, really. I only met his wife, that's all.
Well, that's very clever of you. You can make many connections for me at your ladies' club, I imagine, if you steer your conversation in a useful direction.
Yes, Milosh, I'm sure.
I will miss my times, Charlotte.
I am sorry. There will be another tomorrow. There.
Right then. Now, how do I look?
Marvelous.
A man who plants garden is a very happy man. A very, 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 very bad. Just
What a dinner! I don't call it a dinner, I call it a meal.
I'm accustomed to meals, Mr. Mangan. I'm very lucky to get them. Besides, the captain cooks a macaroni for me.
Oh, too rich. I can't eat such things. Suppose it's because I have to work so much with my brain. That's the worst of being a man of business. You're always thinking. By the way, now that we're alone, may I take the opportunity to come to a little understanding with you?
Certainly. I should like to.
Should you? That surprises me. I thought I noticed this afternoon you avoided me all you could. Not for the first time, either.
Only you must explain it to me. I don't understand it.
Well, of course you don't understand. What do you know about business? You just listen and learn. Your father's business was a new business, and I don't start new businesses. I let other fellas start them. They put all their money and their friends' money into starting, and they wear out their souls and bodies trying to make a success of them. They're what you call enthusiasts. But the first dead lift of the thing is too much for them. They haven't enough financial experience. In a year or so, they have either to let the whole show go bust, or sell out to a new lot of fellas for a few deferred ordinary shares, as if they're lucky enough to get anything at all. Likely it's not the very same thing happens to the new lot. They put in more money and a couple of years more work, then perhaps they have to sell out to a third lot. If it's a really big thing, the third lot will have to sell out too and leave their work and their money behind them. And that's where the real businessman comes in, where I come in. Well, I'm cleverer than some. I don't mind dropping a little money to start the process. I took your father's measure, so that he had a sound idea and that he would work himself silly for it if he got the chance. So that he was a child in business and was dead certain to outrun his expenses, be in too great a hurry to wait for his market. I knew that the surest way to ruin a man that doesn't know how to handle money is to give him some. Suppose I told you I was in love with another woman.
Suppose I told you I was in love with another man.
I'm not joking.
Well, who told you I was?
I tell you I'm serious. You're too young to be serious, but you'll have to believe me. I want to be near your friend, Mrs. Rushaby. I'm in love with her. Now the murder's out.
I want to be near your friend, Mr. Hushabye. I'm in love with him. There. Now we are in one another's confidence. We shall be real friends. Thank you for telling me.
Do you think I'd be made a convenience of like this?
Don't say anything more. I can't bear it. Let us wake the object. Wake up, do you hear? You are to wake at once. Wake up, wake up, wake up!
Wake up! So you think I've been asleep? You throw me into a trance and I can't move hand or foot. I might have been buried alive. It's a mercy I wasn't a now you think I was only asleep. If you'd let me drop the 2 times you rode me about, my nose would have been flattened for life against the floor. I believe in dreams.
So do I. But they go by contraries, don't they?
I shan't forget to my dying day that when you gave me the glad eye that time in the garden you were making a fool of me. That was a dirty, low, mean thing to do. You had no right to let me come, didn't you, if I disgusted you? It isn't my fault if I'm old and haven't a moustache like a bronze candlestick as your husband has. There are some things no decent woman would do to a man. Like a man hitting a woman in the breast.
Why don't you go in for politics, Mr. Mangan?
Go in for politics? Where have you been living? I am in politics.
I'm sure I beg your pardon. I've never heard of you.
Well, let me tell you, Lady Utterware, the Prime Minister of this country asked me to join the government without even going through the nonsense of an election as the dictator of a great public department.
As a conservative or a liberal?
No such nonsense. As a practical businessman.
A good deal of my hair is quite genuine. The Duchess of Dithering offered me 50 guineas for this under the impression that it was a transformation. But it is all natural, except the colour.
Look here. I'm going to take off all my clothes.
Shame, are you mad?
Shame? What shame is there in this house? Let's all strip stark naked. We may as well do the thing thoroughly when we're about it. We've stripped ourselves morally naked. We'll let us strip ourselves physically naked as well and see how we like it. I tell you, I can't bear this. I was brought up to be respectable. I don't mind the women dyeing their hair and the men drinking. It's human nature. But it's not human nature to tell everybody about it. Every time one of you opens your mouth, I go like this, afraid of what will go next. How are we to have any self-respect if we don't keep it up? Then we're better than we really are.
George, I was remembering the other night the advice my father gave me when I got married. Yes, he said, Charles, he said, start right off showing who's boss. Best thing to do is to give an order about something, even if it don't make sense, just so she'll learn to obey, he said. Then he said, if anything about her irritates you, a conversation or anything, get right up and leave the house. That'll make it clear to her. And oh yes, he said, never let your wife know about how much money you have. Never.
I couldn't exactly...
So I took the opposite of his advice, and I've been happy ever since.
I wrestled with my passion, fought it back for my soul's sake, as if salvation were at stake. I was resolved to shun your sight. But then I thought, this can't be right. This passion cannot but be pure. Then, oh, you wonder, I was sure my soul was safe, and I was free to love you unreservedly. I know it's folly on my part to offer you this chaff, my heart, reckless, rash, and impudent. But look how far God's bounty went. It's obvious that I'm the cause of these absurd domestic wars. If we're to bring them to an end, I'll have to leave your house, my friend.
What? Leave? You can't!
I'm hated here. They're plotting, and their aim is clear to make you think that I'm a fraud.
Who cares if what they say is ignored?
But they'll persist, they'll chip away. The slanders you reject today will in due course be listened to.
Not until the sky has fallen through.
A woman's hold upon her spouse is strong.
No.
I shall leave your house, for then what noises can they make?
Oh, brother, stay. My life's at stake.
and I'll endure their cruelty. But if and when you turn from me, I submit, will say no more. But one thing, I must ask you for one favor that will put an end to gripe and grudge, that will forestall possible scandal. After all, honor is such a fragile thing. There must be no more mingling between me and your wife.
No, no. Be intimate with her, more so. On this I really must insist. Let no occasion now be missed to cause a stir. Let's have some fun. Let's really burn up everyone. Be seen with the mere night and day.
Doesn't that more or less declare I want you all and not a share?
These words from you, the one I love, the woman I've been dreaming of, they course like honey through each vein. Never before, never again have I or will I know a bliss or a pure sweetness such as this. For me, your love spells happiness. I am mistrustful nonetheless. Heaven? An obstacle to love? If so, it's one I can remove.
I thought the 10 Commandments...
Why are you bothering your head with such inane concerns? Look here, you haven't anything to fear. God's outlawed certain pleasures, true, but God grants dispensations too. I'll teach you all you need to learn, so you'll be able to discern the sort of acts you mustn't do. But hardly anything's taboo. Conscience needn't be obeyed. Exceptions can and should be made. To know if something is a sin, first ask what mood you did it in. What's your intention? Pure and sound. If so, you stand on holy ground. So just say yes, holy desire. Forget the terrors of hellfire, and if you are wrong, give in. I'll take upon myself the sin and make quite sure that you get off. My goodness, what a nasty cough.
A saint, indeed. He mocks religion. That's his creed.
Not so. I'm giving evidence due. By all means, hate me, all of you.
A truly pious enterprise.
My strength, my vindication lies in the great power that sent me here.
How can your conscience be so clear? I rescued you from dire distress.
You were extremely helpful, yes. But service is my sole intent, and mine is too our government. All lesser loyalties must wait when duty calls to serve the state.